Okay guys, so a few things before we get started. The first thing I want to say is thank you to all the new subscribers, all the support that I've been getting, especially on that last video that I made about the 4 things to do to these trucks to get more power out of them. I really appreciate all the support, and I can't believe how well that video is doing. So thank you. And anyways, so today's video, like I said, is going to be installing an intercooler in that thing, in the OBS, because as we all know, they came with that one, which is a definite bummer as soon as you start making any kind of performance mods, because these things start getting hot pretty quick. So anyways, this is pretty much everything you'll need for the intercooler. Well, it should be everything you need, with this being the most important part of it. Now what this is what they called an E99 spider, so which means that this thing came out of a early 99 7.3 power stroke. So because of the turbo setup and the I believe the plenums on the E99 trucks, this intake manifold, or whatever you want to call it, is the only one that's going to work, the only one that's going to fit. So if you are trying to do this install an intercooler on it, make sure that you grab it from an early 99 F250, F350, 7.3. Any other year won't work. And again, that's just for the spider. Now, as far as I know, the pipes and intercooler can be from any 7.3 Super Duty. The intercooler can be from a 7.3 or a 6.0 Super Duty. The pipes still can't be from a 6.0. They can only be from a 7.3 Super Duty. Now, when I was doing research on the install for this thing, there's I found a few different threads to it. Some said that you actually have to modify the pipes. You have to extend the end that comes in, hook connects to the intercooler by about 3 inches. And then I found another one that said that if you kind of modify the way that you stack them in the front of the truck, that you won't run into that problem. So I'm gonna see how it looks, see what I have to do, and then we'll go from there. And I'll show you guys the easiest way, or the way that I ended up doing it. So anyways, like I said, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first step's gonna be removing the grill, the headlights, the header panel, so that we can gain access to the core support of the truck. And if you've ever done that before, it's a pain to get all that stuff off of these trucks. I already did it once when I did my headlights. By the way, I'll leave a link to that video somewhere around here. And it was definitely a pain, but I guess I've already done it once, so it shouldn't be that bad. So anyways, let's go ahead and do it. Okay guys, so check this out. We have pretty much everything off of the header panel to be able to remove it. And there's pretty much only 2 bolts that are kind of tricky to get to, I guess. And that would be this one right here and this one right here. And those 2, you got to get them from the back. So you got to kind of reach kind of behind, in between your battery and your core support, and get them that way. Same on this other side. Now, whoever had this truck before me, it looks like they cut a big hole in the wheel well, so that made it a lot easier to get behind and get those bolts out from this side. But as you can see, it sucks from where for whenever you're going off-road, because it makes a mess all in the engine bay. So whenever I get a chance, I think I'm gonna go to the junkyard and see if I can take one of these from a truck that's there, because it's not worth it, this mess. And anyways, those 2 bolts that you gotta take off are the ones that go there and there. But anyways, what I'm gonna do now is take off that bolt right there and that one, and this whole thing should come out. Okay guys, so unfortunately I didn't get much done tonight, and I'm about out of time. It's well past 8, and I don't want to keep making noise out here with the neighbors outside, or around me. So basically, no, the only other thing that I got done was I took off this piece right here, that piece, and that's pretty easy. It's 2 bolts on each side, one right here, one down there. Same with this side. That side again was pretty easy because one of the previous owners cut the wheel well, but on this side all I did was, you're probably not gonna be able to tell at all, There we go.
So what I did was I took out a few bolts from the wheel well and pulled it back a little bit.
And that gave me just enough room to squeeze my impact in there and take those bolts out and pull it out to give me a little bit more room to work with the intercooler. And the other thing that I did is that I was gonna take this thing off. I actually partially took it off, but then I remembered that you gotta evacuate the AC system before you take this thing off. And I really didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to, just vent it to the atmosphere because it's not, not good. And then I want to put it back together and drive it to the shop and get it done. So anyways, what I'm going to end up doing is just extending the ends of the tubes, the pipes, because, I've got a welder. I can weld, and any excuse that I can use to use the welder, I'll take it. So anyways, I think that's pretty much what I'm going to end up doing. Hopefully that works. And I was gonna throw on the pipes right now to test fit them, but so like I said, I'm just gonna end up waiting until tomorrow. Wake up pretty early and try and get it done tomorrow. Because another thing you gotta do is you gotta enlarge these openings, and pretty much any tool that I have is gonna make a whole bunch of noise, and none of my neighbors are gonna appreciate that. So like I said, we'll hold up until tomorrow, and I'll get this done then. But one more thing I want to talk to you guys about right now that I have you here and that I think I have enough time is the new 7.3 came out, but it's a gas engine, like I had already said before. And like I said, I'm really excited about it. I mean, it's a push rod, port injection, no overhead cams, none of that complicated stuff. It's a pretty nice, simple, basic engine, just like we used to have. So I think it's going to be an amazing engine. I think it's going to be really reliable. I think it's going to make great power. And I'm all kinds of excited over it. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna buy a brand new truck with it because it's not in the budget right now. Plus we gotta finish this thing. And well, yeah, definitely not in the budget. But I am definitely very excited over it. I think it's a great engine. I think that it's pretty cool how all these manufacturers are bringing back bigger engines. And I think they finally realized that the smaller engines, smaller displacement, just doesn't work as well as the bigger engines. So yeah, that's that. Man, I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot. Oh, so the way that Ford's building it, I think it's gonna be it's gonna take very well to upgrade to turboing it, to supercharging it. So I think people are gonna be really excited about this engine coming out, and I think that the aftermarket's really gonna like it, and they're gonna start bringing a lot of really cool parts for it. So I really can't wait for it to come out. I think it's gonna be a great engine, and I'm really excited. Yeah, I am a little bit disappointed that it wasn't a turbo diesel like this beast back here, but I mean the 6.7 is already a great engine. I think Ford definitely has it down now. It's making great power. I think it's definitely a lot more reliable than the 6.0 and the 6.4, and I think it's just all around a really good engine, and they're just improving in it. And I think that's what they needed to do, because they had the 7.3 and then they switched to the 6.0 and then the 6.4, and then they went to the 6.7. And I think them switching engines and moving around stuff on them so often instead of just kind of focusing on one engine, that was kind of hurting them, in my opinion. The fact that they kept the 6.7 through 2 generations, I think really speaks good about that engine, and that they're really focusing on making it a really good engine. So I hope they keep it around. I hope they keep making it better and more powerful and more capable and more reliable. And I really think that they are doing that. And again, the 7.3 coming back is freaking awesome. I'm really excited over it. And if I ever get a chance to own one, I absolutely will, because I think it would be super cool having this truck, the OG 7.3 diesel, and then having the brand new gas 7.3 and being able to compare them. I think that would make for some really cool videos, and it would just be fun, being able to mess around with both, old school, new school, gas, diesel. So anyways, I think I already talked enough. I'm gonna leave you guys for tonight. Sorry that I couldn't get more stuff done, but like I said, tomorrow we'll wake up early. We'll jump on this thing and get as much done as we can. So anyways, hit the like button if you're excited for me throwing the intercooler on this thing. Let me know if you've already done this, and leave me any tips. Leave me any comments at all if you have any questions. Hit me up on my Instagram, 928OBS, and we'll see you next time. Wait, don't forget to subscribe. All right, see you next one.